The train station was cold and loud, filled with the restless shuffle of lives going somewhere. Except hers. Marcia, a weary black woman with eyes that had seen too much loss, sat on the edge of a wooden bench clutching an old suitcase. Inside, it were all she had left. A folded photograph, 2 dresses, and a Bible that once belonged to her mother. She was waiting for a train she couldn't afford, to a town that no longer wanted her. But destiny had other plans. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. A sharp cry cut through the crowd. People turned, murmuring. A small girl, no older than 7, stood at the center of the station, trembling, her cheeks streaked with tears. She wore a faded yellow dress and carried a stuffed rabbit missing an ear. "Where's your mother, sweetheart?" an old porter asked gently. The child shook her head, her voice breaking. "I don't know. She got on the train without me." A gasp rippled through the onlookers, but none stepped forward. Marcia did. She knelt beside the little girl. "It's all right, honey. You're safe now." But the girl's eyes, a storm of confusion and fear, locked onto hers, and she whispered words that pierced the air like glass. "You have no home," she said, trembling. And no mother. The words were not cruel. They were truth. 2 lost souls recognizing each other in the chaos. The crowd soon dispersed, as crowds always do when tragedy isn't theirs. Marcia led the girl to a bench and offered her water from a small bottle. "What's your name?" "Emily," she sniffled. "Mommy said we were going to Grandma's house, but she left me when the train started moving." Marcia's chest ached. "Maybe she didn't mean to. She looked right at me," Emily interrupted softly. And then she turned away. The air grew still. Marcia knew abandonment too well. The sound of a door closing that never opened again. As the evening light faded, a chill swept through the station. Marcia pulled her shawl around Emily's small shoulders and whispered, "Don't worry, baby. I'll stay with you till we find her." But deep down, she feared what the truth might be. Hours passed. The announcements slowed. The last trains rolled out into the night. Still, no one came for Emily. A security officer approached them. "Ma'am, the child's been reported missing?" Marcia nodded. She said her mother left on the 6:45 to Raleigh. He sighed, checking his clipboard. We radioed ahead. No child was reported missing on board, but a woman was found unconscious after trying to... He stopped mid-sentence, glancing at the girl. "She didn't make it." Marcia's breath caught. She whispered, "Dear God." The officer lowered his voice. "You'll have to stay until Child Services arrives." Emily looked up, wide-eyed. "Did they find Mommy?" Marcia couldn't speak. Her throat burned. She simply pulled the child close and said, "Your Mommy's resting now, sweetheart." Emily began to cry, the quiet, aching kind that shakes the body but not the air. Marcia held her until the sobs faded into sleep, and as she looked down at the child curled against her, she realized something strange. The empty space in her chest, carved by years of loneliness, began to fill. The next morning, a woman from Child Services arrived, clipboard in hand, polite but distant. "Thank you, ma'am, for staying with her. We'll take it from here." But Emily woke at that moment and gripped Marcia's sleeve. "No," she cried. "Please don't make her go. She's all I have now," the agent frowned. "You can't keep her, ma'am. There are procedures." Marcia rose to her feet, her voice trembling but firm. "Procedures can wait. That little girl just lost her mother. Let her stay until she's ready." A silence hung between them, heavy and charged. The agent studied Marcia's face, tired, sincere, and unyielding, and then finally nodded. "1 week," she said softly. "Just 1. That week changed everything. They cooked together in Marcia's small kitchen, laughed over spilled pancake batter, and prayed at night beside the window. Emily began to smile again, small, uncertain smiles that soon turned into laughter. And Marcia? She began to live again, but the week ended too soon. The agent returned, paperwork ready. "It's time, ma'am." Emily clung to Marcia's dress. Please don't let them take me. You said I was safe here." Marcia's heart tore in two. She knelt down, tears streaking her cheeks. "You are safe, baby. And you always will be. No matter where you go." The agent hesitated. "There's another option," she said quietly. "You can apply for guardianship. If you're willing." Marcia looked up, startled. Hope flickered through her exhaustion. "I'm willing," she whispered. More than willing. Months later, at that same train station, two figures stood hand in hand as the evening sun bled gold across the rails. The same bench, the same air, but a new beginning. Emily smiled up at her. "Mama, are we going home now?" Marcia's throat tightened at the word Mama. She nodded, whispering, "Yes, baby. We're finally going home." Because sometimes, two broken hearts don't need to be fixed. They just need to find each other. And in the quiet places where pain once lived, love finds a way to bloom again. If this story touched your heart, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that remind us that family isn't always found by blood, but by grace.